Hey everyone, welcome back to another adventure. This one is pretty jam-packed full of family fun, but if you're new here, we are the Leopard family. We've been living on the road for 18 months now, exploring our paradise that is Aotearoa, New Zealand, with so much to see and do, and enjoy right here at home. In this episode, we headed to Motueka and over the gigantic Taka Hill into Golden Bay for exploring and in search for great places to swim because the sun was pumping all week. This area is a first for us and we can't wait to show you what we discovered. This video was filmed in early January and we are still travelling with our good friends the Britsons. The issue that we faced when we left from the Nelson Lakes was where were we going to park. We aren't really the campground holiday park kind of campers, we look for the free options. But it seems like half of New Zealand comes to the top of the South Island over the holidays. Free camps weren't really an option, all full, so we resorted to some private property.
Cool, well we are staying on a park over property with the NZMCA, so this is someone's private property that they open up for people to come and camp on. It's $20 a night. It's pretty good. We've got a little lake view here and access to the river, which we're all hanging out for a swim because she's pretty warm today. Having quite the ordeal getting level. Bit of a puzzle going on.
So this spot was definitely looking pretty good for us to spend 5 or 6 nights together. But it was so hot, 30 degrees every day, we needed to head down the road to a swimming hole. So this spot is called the Blue Gum Swimming Hole, marked with a giant big blue gum tree.
Pretty cool little swimming spot to cool off.
Knocking down walls, standing in my way.
Soph and Jen have just gone and done a huge laundry day down at the Liquid laundromat in town. It's very, very hot today. Today we're looking to be in the 30 degrees, so the kids are desperate, well I'm desperate to go for a swim, so we're going to head over to Kaitiri today to the beach. It is January the 11th, so it's likely going to be real busy over there, especially if it's hot, but once these jobs are done we'll hit the road, go and check it out.
So these beaches being busy was an understatement. They were so busy that even if we wanted to swim here at Kaitiri, we couldn't because there wasn't a single car park available. All car parks had wardens stating that the parks were full.
Just down the road a little bit there is access to a spot called Kaka Point, so we drove up here to see if it was like a beach area, but there is a nice view, but mate, beaches that busy is just seen where we've been camping, quiet, remote, hardly anyone around. That is not fun.
Kaka Point did offer some pretty good views, but there wasn't really a beach that was going to offer us anything here, so we explored a little further along.
This is Stevens Bay, a little bit further around the corner. Not much parking here, which equals not too many people. See what the vibes are with the kids if they want to stay here or go to the river.
So we were all pretty happy to have a swim here and cool off, followed by a picnic lunch. We then headed off to the Riuwaka resurgence not too far away to look at this massive freshwater spring.
Sweet, well we've just had a bit of a picnic lunch. It is uncomfortably hot today. It is really, really hot. We're going to go find a river hole I think now. The beach is super warm, but it's very salty, so. Toby, how hot is it, mate?
So hot. Boiling.
Thankfully it is only a short walk because I think it's about all we could handle today.
We watch the sunrise through the windows of our car, passing giants on the road, standing guard in the dark. And I saw you, so then in secret I felt like the jumper off the bridge.
Whoa, that's cool.
And the water down in this, and I will let you too. Cause I wanna be like the wind.
Pretty amazing, eh? This part of New Zealand's full of beautiful freshwater springs, but when you get to see it come out of the hill like that and flow down into a river, it's pretty incredible.
These kinds of springs are quite sacred in Māori culture here in New Zealand. We were surprised there was no information boards about this area or the springs, but one way that we show respect here is by not swimming directly in the spring, but going back down to where there was that beautiful swimming hole and jumping rocks.
In the northwest, I've seen crazy things. Out in the forest, I've seen monsters chasing dreams. And that's where I saw me. I was chasing too. You. Cause I wanna be like the wind. I wanna run with you. We can be wolves, howling at the grey white moon. I wanna be by your side when we light up the sky for the world to see. Run, 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 run with me.
Man, that waterhole was amazing. Freezing though. Definitely takes your breath away, but you would want a nice hot sunny day like this, 30 degrees to go swimming in there. You wouldn't want to be doing it on 20-degree day, it'd be freezing, but what a great way to cool off a good spot if it's super hot, because those other rivers, Motueka River, not so refreshing. Toby, how was that for a swimming hole, do you think?
Quite cold.
How many times did you jump in?
7.
Oh my gosh, you should have done 8 because you're 8.
Me and Jay jumped in 10.
Well, after 3 weeks of camping with our friends, today they are leaving us. Bye, Britsons.
Bye.
Yep, they're back off to the North Island, and we are going to head up over the Takaka Hill today for some exploring.
So a final big cook up, and then it was time for us to farewell our friends for safe travels to the North Island. After a whole year alone most of the time in the South Island, it was really nice for us to have spent some time with some people that have known us for a really long time.
I've heard people talk of this thing called love. It's something that I never knew. The twisting and turning.
Cool, so we are going for a bit of a recce over to Takaka. It's a very big hill. It's apparently got 280 corners. And it climbs quite high from the sea back down to the sea, so we want to check it out before we take the caravan. So we're just going to make a day of it in case we don't decide to not take the caravan. We'll go and do some exploring over there. There's a few cool things to see.
So the Takaka Hill is a beast. It's a long relentless climb up, and it's the same going down. Expect an hour just to do this hill with a caravan. For us, we wanted to check it out before taking our caravan. We're pretty close to our max weights, and this hill can overheat engines going up and overheat brakes going down. Not that I know anyone who this has happened to, but it's pretty and labour intensive on our truck, and we need to look after it so it lasts. The hardest thing is that there is so much cool stuff over this massive hill, but let's keep driving.
There's something magical that's happening. I'm finally finding my way back again. Now it feels like all my troubles turn to solid gold. Solid gold. I found a 4-leaf clover floating on the way. Yes, it's my lucky day. Everything's going my way, and it feels so nice to say I'm feeling lucky today. Ba 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 da ba, ba 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 da ba. And it feels so nice to say I'm feeling lucky today. It's nothing short of what I thought it'd be. It's everything I was imagining. Found a world where all my
Once we'd gone through the valley, Takaka town itself was so busy, we were straight out of there.
We've come here to Waiporo Pupu Springs, and it's one of the clearest springs in the world.
Clear water? Well, you know that's going to be right up my alley, and a loop walk to go with it. Couldn't get any better. So we did the nice, beautiful native bush walk to arrive at the beautiful springs.
Windows, it feels like sun breaking and soldering through. Every wall that stood so tall, what have I gotten into? 'Cause I feel like I'm falling, I don't know what to do. It's like waves on the ocean over and over.
Pretty stunning, beautifully clear water. Not allowed to touch or enter this water because it is sacred. So there'll be no bombs from the leopards here. Pretty beautifully and spectacular colour on that water, eh? What a treasure. So, next one, Dancing Sand Spring.
This is the Dancing Sand Sing.
What? There's no way that Toby was giving me a repeat on that, but I just love the colours in this water. We didn't spend too much time here because we had loads to see. Next, off to Abel Tasman National Park at Totaranui Beach. Now the Takaka Hill was a good warm-up for this one. Plenty of traffic on the road as well, which made passing hard. You can see the road is pretty narrow and it's not recommended for towing caravans as well. But loads of people take caravans out here, and this campsite has been recommended to us by so many people.
I'm going where the wild hearts run free, lose myself in all the mystery. I am shining bright, whoa, dancing in the light, whoa, it's good to be alive.
But after all those windy corners, we finally made it.
Just come out for a drive to Totaranui Dock Camp. Big, long, windy gravel road to get out here, but these trees are pretty awesome. Bit of wind around out here.
So this is a really big campsite. Up to 850 people can camp here, but it was still booked out.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Can definitely notice it's very protected from the northwest wind here. You can see white caps way out further, but this little headland here protects it from the wind.
And before the kids got in for a swim, they spotted a stingray swimming along the beach in quite close. So the Abel Tasman track is a 4-night hike, at times restricted by the tide, but they have water taxis going up the coast for day trippers who want to explore more of the national park. It's a beach-to-beach service. How cool is that?
Knocking down walls, standing in my way. I'm swinging wide the gates, the world is mine today. You should come along with me, come along with me. I'm going where the wild hearts run free.
Well, that is a very beautiful beach, eh? Totaranui. It's worth a drive. Pretty busy this time of the year. It is the 13th of January. If you're not from New Zealand, January, Christmas, people usually have a couple of weeks off work, so these kinds of destinations that are out in the middle of nowhere get pretty busy. Next week I reckon it'll quieten down, and then once kids go back to school, end of January, beginning of February, then there'll be like a ghost town out here.
So we had one last stop before heading back over the Takaka Hill, and that was to Labyrinth Rocks. Hard to believe that this place is even real.
We've made it to the Labyrinth Rocks, right next to a recycle and rubbish centre, which we used earlier, and we decided there was no parking available here, so we've come back at the end of the day.
They provide a map which you want to take because it's easy to get lost in here. It's a really big area.
These rocks are so cool, it almost seems like they're not even real.
Can go right through these.
You gonna go? Is it good?
I think this is the maze.
Get it, Carol?
That one that me and Toby did was like a perfect circle. That one, Toby.
Pretty cool, eh? You definitely want to grab the map if you ever come here because it's pretty disorientating. It always looks very much the same. Pretty cool, the Labyrinth Rocks. This is the map. There's quite a bit to see. Like you park here, and lots of little tracks to go up and things to see. So very, very cool. Free. Love the free things. It's so weird having like a cool tourist thing, eh? Right next to the rubbish and recycling.
This was an epic day exploring in the Takaka area. We know we missed loads of stuff, but there will always be another day. It was a pretty tiring day with all the travel, especially on roads that require so much concentration. But next episode, we are overnight tramping at Nelson Lakes to Coldwater Hut. This is what Jade requested to do for her birthday, and we couldn't have picked a better 2 days to do this 24-kilometre hike. So many cool things to see here. We'll see you in the next adventure.